And welcome everybody to Awesome Talk. Oh, there we go. There you are. Okay. Welcome to Awesome Talk Season 25, Episode 8 on February 25th, 2026. Welcome to the show. Well, half of us are here. Half the show is here.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm worried that because I'm putting my microphone up higher than I usually do, and my fucking sinuses are so goddamn dry, that everybody's going to be able to hear my stuffed up nose breathing.
Mm-hmm. I do think the microphone
I haven't been able to
great.
take a clear fucking breath in longer than I can remember.
Yeah. Yeah, allergies. I get allergies in
It is not allergies. It is this dry ass, crackly desert air.
Yeah.
This awful fucking cardboard air. Here you go. Ugh, it's so embarrassing.
Well, you have like a really perfect noise gate on your microphone right now. It has completely ended the feedback loop, and I also can't hear you sniffing.
You can hear.
The microphone cuts it out.
But I can hear it in my headphones.
Yeah. Well, it's
it's very distracting. I sound like I have a cold. I do not. It's just this fucking air, this awful, god-awful, fucking fucked up air.
Yeah, man.
God, no wonder why the fucking plants dry out in like 5 hours.
I know.
Who the fuck could survive this?
It's an extremely dry. I mean, it's extremely dry in general, I feel like, lately. I don't feel like we're getting hit with a whole hell of a lot of rain or anything.
Well, we're getting hit with a hell of a lot of snow, and we're going to get more snow and 2 more snows.
Dude, I love snow, but I might be done with this right now. Like, I don't care about this. Look, pile snow up to the fucking roof. Just I don't want to lose power and shit like that.
I don't really mind losing power. I only mind if power loss equals throwing things in the garbage. Yeah. That's the only thing that I really care about. Like, if the fridge goes out for an extended period of time, then I'm probably going to be pissed off. But if the power itself goes out,
yeah,
I don't care that much. Not really. It's interesting to me because it's like a side of the building you never normally see or hear.
What total silence you mean?
Yeah. Like, you went out into the hallway and you're like, I can fucking hear everything. And I just find it interesting. Like, it's a completely different look at a place you've seen a billion times.
Yeah.
And a look and a listen.
Yeah, I opened the door the other night when there was no power and just stuck my head out in the hallway, and like you could sort of hear the sounds out of every apartment going all the way down the hall. You know, and there's like 40 apartments in this building or something like that. You know what I mean? And like you can just sort of hear sounds like very clearly from down the hall that you normally don't hear. What? I believe Pat is here.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Here we go with the kaputs.
Hold on a minute. That's up to me to fix. Just give me a second. Hold on, guys.
Nose just want to die.
Back. You're back. Hold on. They don't know you're back yet. They'll know in a second.
No.
Now they know you're back.
I'm pretty okay with that for now.
God. It's killing me, man. This fucking dry air is fucking up my nostrils. I've never experienced anything like this.
Usually it's just my knuckles that crack and bleed. But I haven't really gotten that this year.
You mean like dry skin?
Yeah, from the cold to hot, cold to hot.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, Rick has problems with this his skin on his hands too.
Yeah, it gets real bad really fast. So I have to use like lotion all the time.
This year I haven't
Um,
had to use lotion at all. But I
dude, all
haven't
the
been
time.
really outside doing anything, so it
It
doesn't
doesn't
take
take
much.
much.
Like
Like
I
I
go
go
outside
outside
to
to
like
like
pick
take
up
out
the
the
garbage.
garbage, and it's bad enough. Yeah.
Well, with my job, it was in and out all day long.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it got bad at times. I would have like split knuckles with like a big callus preventing it from closing. Yeah.
Yep.
That
Yep.
sounds fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do, right? I guess.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know about that anymore though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be out there.
Yeah, in like the 2.5 feet of snow.
Yep.
Dude, it was the weirdest thing, man. Because like our whole entire building lost power. The whole thing, except for half our apartment.
That's weird.
Yeah. Super
Of
weird.
course, it had to be the half with the refrigerator.
Yeah, the half with the refrigerator went out. And I know people will be like, well, why don't you just plug in the refrigerator on the side that's turned
That's
on?
what I said.
And like, not a good idea because that refrigerator's on its own breaker for a reason.
Yeah,
And
but here's the thing: is a refrigerator is still 110 volts.
no.
It can be
Listen,
plugged in to another outlet. Now, not
as
another
soon
outlet
as
with like 50 other things plugged into it, but it
as
could
soon as
be.
that compressor clicks on, if it's not in the right plug, I just worry about it because I have things that are less powerful than the fridge that will trip a breaker. And if they put it on its own plug for a reason when there was another plug right there, there's a reason they fucking did that.
Microwave's
I
supposed to be
understand
on
what you're
its own
saying.
outlet too.
I'm mostly just saying that if it comes down to having to throw out every fucking thing in your fridge or giving it a try, it's worth giving it a try.
I guess so. But yeah, we don't have a microwave.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
use a
Microwave and fridge are usually on their own. Same
Yeah.
with like washer dryer, but those are
Yeah.
220 usually.
Yeah.
I'm not a microwave person, though sometimes I wish I had one for those bean hot packs.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, really, people in other countries have their mind blown when they know that Americans microwave hot water.
I thought that when we got rid of the microwave that it was going to be tough, like we'd miss it. But like I don't even think about a microwave. I haven't in years.
I find it
Yeah.
weird to
It's
boil
quite
water
weird.
in a microwave.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, the only time I really wish I had a microwave is when I want one of those heat packs. That's
Yeah.
about it.
I don't think it does anything to the water. It's just it never felt like it lasted that long. It's
Right.
it's like an unnatural way of heating it, and it cools
Yeah.
down a lot faster or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it probably sounds stupid, but
No, it does feel that way.
kind of feels
Does
that
it?
way.
I don't remember. Like, it's been so long since I've used a microwave now that I don't really remember the ins and outs.
Like it stops boiling as soon as you like stop the microwave.
You know what it's good for? It's good for like heating up a cup of tea or coffee because it heats from the middle outward. So like if you drop a cup right in the middle, it heats it up super quick.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was at my cousin's house once. My older cousin told me she was eating Chips Ahoy cookies, and she told me the best way to eat a Chips Ahoy cookie was to put it in the microwave for a couple seconds first. And I had never fucking heard this, but she was right. It's delicious.
Mm.
They taste like fresh baked cookies, pretty much.
Mm. God, I haven't had a Chips Ahoy cookie in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't had Chips Ahoy since I was a kid, but I can still remember the smell of them.
Mm-hmm.
They
It has
taste
that,
like
like-
sand now.
It has
they're
that
like-
fake
Come on.
dairy smell.
They're like powdery, like gritty now.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
they're not the
gritty as
same.
hell. They've always been gritty.
But not like to this extent. It's like I don't know what the fuck they did to them. They just like they turn into dust now.
Mm.
I don't think it's the same anymore.
I think that I always thought that the crunchy ones were as good as the soft baked, but now I can't remember the last time I had one of those cookies, and you're telling me they turned to sand. I have to get some.
Like, as soon as you bite it, you feel like a pile of dust just hit your tongue. Like,
maybe you had some stale ones.
It gets destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, like immediately.
It's like pulverized.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. I really do enjoy a glass of real milk with cookies.
Blech.
But I cannot remember the last time I drank a glass of milk.
I don't like drinking the milk after you dip the cookies into it.
Oh, that's the best part. Sometimes what's good is if you just abandon a cookie in there and then you wolf down.
Because then it gets all oily and shit, and you see
you wolf down the milk
floating on top.
You wolf down the milk and you get a treasure in there, which is the wet cookie.
God.
Once I see the oil on something, it kind of ruins it for me.
Yeah.
Like if I see a film on top, I'm like,
Yeah.
What am I doing? What am I doing with my life?
People put the sunscreen on and they jump in the pool and the top of it's all oil slicked.
I probably have PTSD from that, yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anything new and exciting in the world?
Well, I could pull up some images. But you go ahead, Sarah, if you got something.
Well, I wanted to bring up something. I feel like every time I talk, I'm basically asking people to call their fucking senators, but this is really important. So, when I was a kid, when I was diagnosed with diabetes in the 90s at 11 years old, the doctors told me every year of my life, probably until I was about like 17, every fucking time I saw them, they said, a cure is 2 years away. They said that to me the fucking day I was diagnosed, and every time I saw them, my entire childhood. A cure is 2 years away. A cure is 2 years away. I've heard that so many fucking times. Anyway, you've probably seen at least one article in the last couple months of other countries having cured type 1 diabetes. So there have been multiple clinical trials from multiple different approaches to curing type 1 diabetes. And several of those clinical trials have produced insulin-independent patients, meaning they no longer need to take insulin shots. Their body is regulating their blood sugar. Essentially, their type 1 diabetes has been cured. But whichever approach they use in order to do this, every version of it requires a transplant of islet cells. Islet cells are the things inside of your pancreas that control your blood sugar.
Oh, I thought you meant like eyelid cells, like from your eyelid.
So these islet cells have to be taken from a cadaver. They have to be taken from a dead person. This is important information. So Rick will say like, oh, did you see that this person, they cured this person type 1? And I've been told, so many people have been like, hey, did you see that? Did you see that? And I always say the same thing. I'm so fucking happy that those people got to experience what it feels like to not be a diabetic anymore. But at the same time, when I see that, my first thought is that will never be available to me. So there's no point in it bringing me hope or excitement. I will never have access to get an islet cell transplant. It's like an organ transplant. I will never be able to get that. But here's the thing. Part of the reason why that is true is because in the United States, islet cells are categorized as a medication. Think about that. It's a fucking something that's coming out of your body, and they have it categorized as a medication.
Yeah, weird.
Under the category of medication, insurance simply will not cover it. It is so unlikely that anyone who isn't rich in the United States would ever have access to it if it was available. Right now, there is a bill that would change the categorization of islet cells from a medication to an organ. which would then put it under the rules of an organ transplant. And it would make it more accessible to diabetics to get islet cell transplants and literally be cured of this fucking life-stealing disease. If people could please call their senators and tell them to support the Islet Act, which would change how islet cells are categorized, it would mean that when these amazing studies go into the next phase and the next phase, and if any of it ever gets FDA approved, it would mean that I can go from looking at these things and saying, well, it's not like it's something I could ever get, to actually thinking that there is a chance that maybe at some point in my life, I might not fucking have to have this fucking awful disease anymore. And if like someone has kids with type 1, it would mean that in their future, they will not have this disease anymore. But it would never happen in this country unless this happens first. People will have to travel to Germany or wherever the fuck else they are doing this and pay like $50,000 to $80,000 to get it done. So it is so important that this happens, or else diabetics in this country are just stuck in the fucking past while the whole rest of the world gets to move forward.
Yeah, I'm sick of that being an American narrative in our lives. Everybody else moving into the future while we're slaloming backwards into the past.
While we're paying for other people's future.
That too. Yep.
Yeah, so the biggest problem with organ transplants is that the people who get them, even if, they're going to die without them, they also have to take immunosuppressants for the rest of their lives. A lot of them will take steroids that suppresses your immune system, or there's one particular drug that is what is the number one given drug for organ transplants. That drug has been the same drug for 30 fucking years, and it has horrible side effects. It is bad for your body, and it causes kidney damage, which is exactly what diabetes fucking does. So it is not exciting when you see type 1 diabetes has been cured, but on top of that, you also have to take immunosuppressants. But there are right now several different clinical trials that either do not require immunosuppressants, or one company who has created their own replacement for that popular immunosuppressant that's been around for 30 years. And the difference with this one is it only suppresses the part of the immune system that attacks transplanted organs and leaves the rest of your immune system alone. So there are like so many really amazing things happening. And if any of them ever get to the end of the research phase and goes into the development phase and goes to the phase where the fucking general public has access to it, it means fucking nothing if you live here unless this happens first. So
what's it called? The Islet Act?
Yeah. ISLET. It is such an important bill, and I just feel like nobody's hearing anything about it because unless you know a diabetic, why the fuck would you pay any attention to this? But it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like basically opening the door to a future cure or keeping the door closed, while the fucking rest of the world, I don't want to live in a world where I hear about how diabetics from the rest of the world are all being cured, while I'm just like, okay, but I guess we're just fuck us, I guess.
Well, in America, you just have to pray it away and it'll be fine.
Well, but we have the best healthcare, apparently.
Yeah.
Sure. Jesus. Man.
That's what people keep saying, at least.
Yeah.
Still waiting to see it.
Yeah, that's weird because Americans go to other countries for medical treatments.
I can't even afford it. I haven't been to a doctor without, against my will. I've been to a doctor, but
Yeah.
other than
Yeah,
that,
man.
no.
I've had patchy insurance over the past couple of years, and I know I needed at least probably 3 different surgeries at the moment. So, but what am I gonna do about it? I definitely have 2 hernias, and I think I have a polyp on my left vocal cord.
That's not good.
It's just annoying.
You just feel it there?
Yeah. But it could be from the hernia too. But we don't know. There's no way to get a clear look at it unless I get an endoscopy, and I can't do that without medical coverage. So, and when I do have the medical coverage, when I do land it from some job that I have, I basically try to get as much done as I can in that time, and then it runs out.
Yep.
Well, Medicare for all is socialism, so this is clearly better.
Yeah, it's definitely clearly better to do it like this. This is way better.
So I've heard.
Fuck.
I've been hearing that for many, many years.
Yeah.
And has it ever gotten better? No.
No. Not one single year of our lives has been better than the year before.
No, then they made it so like you had to pay taxes if you didn't have health insurance for a while. Remember that?
Right. Yep.
That was a great move.
That was the big help right
Kick
there.
them while they're down.
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna solve it.
I think that I always see like blips of able-bodied privilege, but the most able-bodied privilege shit I ever hear is when people are talking about why Medicare for all is bad, because who the fuck wants to have to go on a waiting list to see the doctor? And I'm like, yes, this is coming from a person who clearly doesn't have chronic illnesses, because we've been waiting on lists to see doctors our whole fucking lives. That happens in the United States all the time.
Hey,
you're clearly someone who sees a doctor like once every 6 years if you think there's no fucking waiting list for them.
Yeah, I'd love to get on a list. I just want to be listable. That's all.
I want to be listable.
I want to be listable. That would be better than this. Much better than this.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody's got a good answer to it, except for
half the
regulate
world.
Fucking pharmaceutical industry, maybe. That would help.
Listen, there's more than a dozen developed countries we could look at who do it fucking better than everybody else.
Regulate insurance companies.
Just you can't.
How about get rid of insurance companies? Why the fuck do we have to have a middleman between us and doctors?
Yeah, and they don't even do anything.
It's a money-making scam.
And then they have middlemen for the middlemen. They got people that you call. They
gotta get their fucking piece of the pie.
Yeah, everybody gets a fucking cut all the way down the line.
It's like, can I just call somebody to get medicine? No. You have to call us, and then we'll tell you whether or not you can get the medicine. Like, what the fuck do I need you?
Such a scam, bro. Everything's a fucking scam now.
Like, what the fuck do I need the jerk off in the suit in the office for? Like, I don't fucking need you.
I get really fucking rude when have any of you ever been in the doctor's office when the fucking those people come in, the drug reps? Have you ever been?
Oh yeah, I used to deliver to them all the time.
No, but I've dealt with books.
Oh my god, I become such a fucking bitch. If I'm in the waiting room and they walk in, I am like, why the fuck are they in here? Like what?
The drug dealers.
I cannot keep it in me when they walk in. Go after hours. Like, how the fuck are you coming in here when patients are in here and you're taking up our fucking time? Like, get the fuck out. You're not a fucking patient.
And they usually order food and they don't even really tip. Some of them don't tip at all because they say, oh, well, I don't get reimbursed for the tip. It's like you're worried about the fight. Like, dude, you might want to find a better job if you can't afford fucking a tip. Like, what are you even doing at this job? Like, do you make any money? What's going on here?
I used to do it with book dealers that were the same way.
Book dealers?
Yeah, when you're a professor, the textbook companies, they try to honeypot you with book dealers, and the dealers will go around to your office and they'll come in and sit with you to try to get you to use their textbook for your class for the semester. And if you're a dude, they'll send in like a hot chick to sit down and giggle at everything that you say while she's trying to get you to use, because if you think about it, right, like if I'm teaching, like you've got what, like 100 teachers, and if 100 teachers are all teaching, one section of a certain class, and you've got 20 to 30 people in that class, and now all those people have to buy that textbook, and now you've got your rep who pushed that
fucking
textbook in there.
pyramid scheme of textbooks.
Yeah, it's identical to what they do with the selling drugs to doctors.
Well,
It's a
did you
very
tell them to
similar
get the
thing.
fuck out of your classroom?
No. You take all the books they give you so you can resell them later for money.
It is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah. And my answer for the last the last 10 years, if that was, I don't understand why we're not doing this on tablets yet. I don't understand why we've.
I don't know why.
textbooks.
Yeah, I don't know why
It's like-
you have to buy a textbook to begin with. Just fucking
Yeah.
download a document onto your
Yeah,
fucking
just-
computer, and
Yeah.
that costs what? Nothing.
I've
Yeah,
had
they should-
professors who have given us printouts because they said they didn't want us to fucking spend our money on the books.
Yep. Yeah.
Some
And you can
schools
also
don't
get in
even-
trouble for that too.
Some schools don't even let you keep the books that you bought. You have to give them back.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I don't know anything about it. I've never seen
You never
that.
heard about
Fuck
you never heard about that one?
No, I've never seen
Get
that.
the fuck out
Yeah,
of here.
I've seen
dude. I
that.
bought it. I'm keeping it,
Yeah, but
motherfucker.
you might be talking about most schools have a book rental program where you
No,
can
no.
rent the book for.
You had to buy the book flat out in case you ruined it, and then at the end you had to either sell it back to them for like nothing,
That's that's
or
right.
just
Yeah.
give it back to them.
Yeah.
Fuck
I don't
them.
know. My whole experience in college has been selling books back, and you get like 70% of what you spend. Or, like I said, there's another thing that comes. I didn't tell you about the other part of the booksellers. There are booksellers that come around. They go from office to office trying to get you to buy their books, right? Then there's book buyers, and that's like a whole other thing. It's like, like when you're playing like a video game and you've got like that like person that's out with like a backpack on, and they're like walking around. They're like, "Hello, traveler." And like they give you advice or like some shit on the map, or they sell you some weird shit. Those are the book buyers. It's like this guy that comes around. He doesn't work for the school, but he's got like a big cart, and he rolls it from room to room to ask you if you've got any books. He's got a big fat motherfucking wad of cash on him that's like a fucking 6 inches thick, and he'll just buy whatever books you fucking have. And that's when you take the books that you were given by the book dealer and you sell them to the book buyer.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I feel like in every system, there's people like that.
Dude, I used to go around and if people were getting rid of books, I'd be like, no, give those to me. I just have like a pile of fucking old shit books, and then eventually the book buyer would come around, and I'd be like, here, and I can make like $300 in just books.
Why don't you just give them to like the next students?
Oh, I've done that a million times too, where I've like had textbooks
And,
that were,
and then they give them to the book. book
and then they
buyer.
sell, and then they give them to the book buyer.
They're like, oh, I took all these from my teacher. He didn't want them anymore. God, he should have known he could have sold them.
Fuck.
Like just imagine a system where
Meanwhile,
where
the
you've-
book buyer's in the back just laughing it up.
yeah, what is
They
books?
all roads end with him.
Yeah.
So what company is this that makes all these
pick,
textbooks?
Pick a company that makes textbooks. I think it's probably McGraw or something like that. But a lot of these books are starting to finally move into the digital realm too. So I think that all that's coming to an end. But it was too much of a racket for too much money for them to give up, and it's just a really good look at like
You,
how
guys,
American
I just
business works.
want to point out here that McGraw-Hill, the company that made all of those textbooks that we all read growing up in elementary
Yeah.
school, college, and high school,
Yeah.
was the company that made Ghislaine Maxwell's father rich because that was his company.
All right, here we go, man, and we're all 7 degrees away from Jeffrey Epstein. So all of us, one way or another, dude.
Gross.
That dude had his dick in everything on Earth, all the way up to the elbows.
Oh, he didn't own the company, but yeah, he was part of it.
As long as you're capitalizing on it, who needs to own it? That's just a pain in the ass. Oh man.
Basically, he had a rival educational publishing business, and it merged with McGraw-Hill.
Interesting.
McGraw is not even like a high level textbook company. They're like the lower tier ones.
They're the only ones that I know the name of.
Yeah.
They're the ones that I remember growing up with in school. Like, if you asked me to name a textbook company from our childhood, I would say McGraw-Hill. If you asked me to name another one, I'd be like, is there another one? I thought they made all of them.
I'm pretty sure Oxford makes textbooks.
Yeah, there's a lot of universities that have their own public.
But they sell them to other schools too. What was the other one? Something with a C. Hold on.
Yeah.
Pat, I feel like you know a lot about textbooks, more than I would have imagined you did.
For a guy who never graduated college, yeah. Maybe. I went like a semester or two. I forget.
For what?
Math and computer stuff and some other shit, and I wasn't learning anything.
Mm.
I was like, why am I even here paying for this? Like nothing new was taught to me. It was all stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the only time that's really valuable is if you find yourself in a position where you need to earn a degree for what you're aiming at.
Yeah.
And then in that instance, like, you'll take a class where you're like, okay, well, I know all this shit, but I need it on paper that I know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. At a certain point, it just didn't seem worth it to me.
And that's fine. If it ain't worth it, don't do it.
Well, who knows? It's like one of those.
Win the lottery, Pat.
It's one of those life paths. Probably could have had a completely different life if I stayed there.
Yeah.
Or not. Maybe it would have been pretty much the same. Who knows?
I don't know what the hell.
Because knowing me, I wouldn't have want to work at doing, at a company,
right?
Doing whatever the fuck I was going to school for at the time.
Right.
So that I would probably just hated that anyway.
Yeah.
And a lot of those companies, they don't even care about the college degree. They care if you're like A+ certified and this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was a small window of time where even companies like that were looking for it, but that dropped off after a while. A lot of the CEOs are, I mean, you got a lot of guys coming up now who are younger and they've all got fucking ADHD and shit, and they're like, hey, I don't care if you have a college degree. I just need to know you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And in some instances, it's good. College is good. It's just the whole ideology of it got really warped for a minute there, and it's had a difficult time recovering from that.
Yeah.
Like college, the first reason you should want to go to college is for your own personal enrichment. Like that should be the first step.
That's why I was going in the first place, because I thought maybe I was going to learn something new.
Right.
But it was literally the same math that we were learning in high school.
Right.
It was just like everything was the same, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "This is just an extension."
I think that you probably should have been placed in higher classes.
They wouldn't let me take the shit until I got the fucking other stuff, and that was another thing that was pissing me off. Like, why are you making me take all this bullshit?
Yeah.
Paying all this money for nothing. I'm literally learning nothing here. So all the shit that I wanted to learn was behind all these other fucking courses that I had to take.
I think the problem is if you're pursuing a degree, you have to follow the path of that degree in order to achieve at the end.
They wanted me to take history and shit for computer science. I was like, what are you talking about?
You could take classes.
Like dumb shit they had me at. I was like, no, this isn't working.
Yeah. You could take classes that are higher up if you're not on a degree path, but there are some places where you should be able to test up or test out so that you can start
Yeah,
at
they didn't
a
have
more
anything
advanced.
like that. I asked about all that shit. They didn't, they
Mm,
would refuse to let me take the courses that I wanted to take. I was like, all I want
yeah,
is this course. I was like, I don't even care about the fucking piece of paper, and they would still wouldn't like do it.
yeah, that's weird. There
They
should be
didn't
a way
care
to
if I
do
was
that.
going for a degree or not. They were like, no, you have to take all these courses and you have to get a
Yeah.
degree and this and that. And I was like, fuck.
Well, that's some weird bullshit. Yeah, man, you should just go audit classes if that's what you want. You pay like a
I almost did.
fucking
I just sat in some classes for a while and I was like, I'm still not learning anything. So I stopped doing that too.
like if you have a class that's like $900, right? And you audit that same class, it comes down to like $30 or something like that.
Audit? Nah,
Because
I wasn't doing that. I was just going and sitting in classes.
yeah, yeah.
Nobody give a fuck.
I miss being a college student,
They never
honestly.
asked anybody's names or anything
Yeah,
unless you were handing papers in.
yeah. I miss being a college student a lot. I feel like if I was a college student now, I feel like it would be like my approach would be way different now because I know hmm, I know how to learn on a level now that I didn't before. Like people don't understand that there's that step there. A lot of people don't know how to learn something. Like learning you have to learn how you learn best in order to become the best learner you can be, and a lot of people, they just don't know that. They think they just go to school and they just go, oh, okay, I'm supposed to hear this and receive this information and get better at it, but they don't have like a process that they understand.
Yeah. Nobody tells you how to learn in
No,
school.
it's a strange thing, you know. There's a lot of shit in public schools that could change.
The
That
problem with most teaching situations, whether, I mean, in, I see it within your work. I think the biggest problem is that most teachers teach one teaching style, whatever way they're comfortable teaching, and they expect their students to simply fall into being
yeah,
being able to learn
yeah,
in the way that teacher has decided they're teaching. A great teacher figures out how what each of the learning styles are of their students, and they make their teaching style accessible to the class. But that is
yeah.
not what usually happens because it requires the teacher to go outside of their comfort zone. And oftentimes the teacher would rather pass that discomfort on to their students
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that.
as some sort of learning experience or something. But it doesn't fucking work that way because you have a system where there's people that are just better at they're visual learners, or there's people that learn better when someone tells them something, or someone is better at learning when
Yep.
they can read it. Like,
Yep.
you are never going to have a
Yep.
class where every fucking student learns the same way.
Right. And the truth is you can really reach to a much broader audience if you just kind of follow a lot of those accessibility things as well. Um, you know, I always have closed captioning on all the time, and shockingly enough, a lot of students who are not hearing impaired actually learn better from videos with closed captioning than without closed captioning.
Yeah, a lot of
And that's
autistic
very
people.
common. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just try to keep everything as open and available to my students as humanly possible. I keep my due dates for things are usually very wide open and broad for that reason. I have a lot of different recommendations for people about how they can do things, and I don't ever expect that any two students are going to do anything exactly the same.
For like the way I remember it was that like they kind of just judged or not, I don't know if they judged you or just like kind of tested you on your comprehension skills
Yeah.
and kind of ignored you if you didn't have them that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they would pick favorites in the class,
Sure. Yeah.
kind of
High
like
school
not
was a
worry about
nightmare.
like I don't know, it was just very it was strange. I feel like a lot of people got left out
Yeah, a lot of people
and
did get
probably
left out.
didn't learn as much as they should have.
Dude, I mean, out of like a graduating class of like 310, I was like somewhere in the 280s. But then I went to college and had a fucking 4.0 the whole time. So like, who was fucking up here? Like, I thought high school was a boring ass waste of time, and it was really like it was just really stressful for me from start to finish. And then I went into a completely different learning environment with completely different kinds of teachers, and it went utterly and I mean utterly the other way.
Oh my God, I was like so different from you guys.
Hmm.
I was like a young autistic person that was undiagnosed. I was really deeply into very specific topics, and I spent all of my time at home researching and reading about them. So if I had an opportunity where I was in a class that happened to fall within the subjects of the things I was obsessed with at home, that was the end of it for that fucking teacher. My English teacher, dude, he had the amount of times he had to stay after class so I could talk to him about T.S. Eliot and all the hidden meanings in his poetry. Like, that man deserves some fucking like and that was, I mean, even in college with Professor Calendar, man, I would stay after class because it I never ever knew people that I could talk to about the things I was interested in except teachers. So being around someone that knew the names and the material or whatever, it was just so hard for me to understand, like, okay, it's time to fucking move along and shut up now. It was just like, to me, it was like, oh my God, like I can fucking talk to someone. Like, who the fuck was I going to talk to about these things? Like, there was nobody in my life that was remotely fucking interested in any of the things that I was interested in. I mean, fuck, even the teachers probably weren't that interested. They were probably just excited that any student read.
Yeah, I was
interested.
a bunch of stuff back in school that teachers were like, "What the fuck?" Like Greek mythology, I was big into that. Dinosaurs and shit. I'm probably half autistic. I
don't know. Pat, listen. Okay. All right. In like autism groups, a lot of times autistic people will talk about people that they know that are autistic, but the person doesn't know it. And like, sometimes they think that the other person would be somehow offended or something. So, but also it's like a sort of, a lot of times, a lot of the autistic people will say that like it's not their place to like diagnose a friend or whatever. It's like it's not their it's like a personal thing, I guess. With that said,
yeah, I found people don't really like when you diagnose them.
Okay, then I won't say the obvious to me.
Well, I mean, you can. I don't care. I'm saying people don't.
I think
normally...
there's a reason why you and I tend to lock into certain subjects, and we're like, oh yeah, you too? Like, there's just so many things you say, and I'm just like, that's the tism.
That's the tism. Yeah, probably. ADHD for sure.
Yeah.
I do like circles in the kitchen sometimes.
Yeah, don't get me started. I could do that for hours. Hours and hours and hours. Hey, all right, it's time for our break, guys. Mid-show break. Mid-show break.
Because I'm choking on water, and I'm trying so hard to hold in the chokes.
All right, let me mute you guys. Pat is muted. Sarah's muted. All right, y'all. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Go do something, and we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Awesome, talk awesome, talk awesome, it's awesome, talk 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 awesome, talk.
And hello, welcome back everybody to Awesome Talk. Season 25, episode 8 on February 25th, 2026. Everybody. Oops, sorry for the squeakiness. You guys got to unmute yourselves. I can't unmute you. I can only mute you because that makes sense. All right. Back. Hello.
You could preserve it in resin if you would be okay with it being hard and heavy. Like you wouldn't be able to fold it anymore or anything like that.
Do what?
We're talking about preserving Pat's cardboard stand-up.
Oh, there's a company that does that. That will not only will they preserve it, but if there's any restoration that needs to be done, they'll do it professionally, and then they'll also encase it in like a laminate so that it's protected from the elements. The next time I see them pop up, I'll pass that along to you.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be preserved without question.
Yeah. Oh man. All right.
How much do you think something like that would cost?
To get that preserved? I'm not sure.
I guess it depends on the size.
I'm not
Let's
sure.
look this shit up.
But I see this person, they do this thing where they restore like old posters, and I've seen them restore posters that are like 50, 60 years old. And like the process is fucking nuts because the process is terrifying. Like the first thing they do is they lay the poster down, which is paper, right? And a lot of times it's folded in places. And then they like spray this liquid all over it, and you're just like, holy fuck, like what are you doing? Because it looks like that's the first thing that's going to damage it, and then you watch the process, and it's like when it's done, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It would be so cool if someone did that and we had a video, like a Mr. Rogers style video of how they accomplished it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find places that
Yeah, she was saying that there was a Ninja Turtles pizza place coming out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I feel like a Ninja Turtles pizza place is gonna have very novelty. It's gonna have like the type of pizza you would be able to get at like Six Flags. That's what
That's
I
my
suspect.
concern.
Like a Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like one of those places that has characters. They all have the same type of pizza, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good old Chuck E. Cheese, huh?
Yeah, man. Like here's the thing, right? Like I just want to put this out there in the universe. Imagine you're the people who are going to open this. And by the way, I found a video of one of these posters being restored. It's absolutely bonkers. Look up something on Instagram called Fourth Cone.
What?
Fourth Cone is the name of the Instagram account where they do this, where they restore and preserve posters. I'll put it up on the screen in a minute, but now I totally forgot what the fuck I was just talking about.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, right? So let's say you're the company that's gonna. Can you mute? Because now I'm getting a feedback loop from you again. But yeah, there we go. But like, imagine you're the people putting out a Ninja Turtles pizza place. Now, I just want you to imagine that you go through the trouble of putting out a Ninja Turtles pizza place, but you also go through the trouble of putting out like incredibly fucking good pizza. Like if that had, like if it was just a Ninja Turtles, like, because I really don't want them to just sell it as like the novelty. You know, there's too many restaurants that do that. You know what I mean? Like if you've ever been to like Mars 2112 in New York, it's just like this really fun restaurant to go to, and then you get the food, and it's just like, you know, this could be any. This might even be a tier below Ruby Tuesdays, at least last when I went.
I wonder what style of Ninja Turtles it's going to be, like the old movie style or like the newer style.
The first official Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pizzeria is set to open in LA, launching soon in Santa Monica. We're bringing that classic New York style cheesy slice straight to the West Coast with a TMNT twist. Ugh. This has been years in the making, and we're finally ready to open our doors and serve up pizza worthy of the sewer squad. Ugh!
Oh,
Stay
boy.
tuned because it's almost time to eat like a Ninja Turtle.
Come on, man.
He also this guy also opened a Sonic the Hedgehog cafe at one point in his life.
How'd that go?
I don't fucking know. Have you heard about it? Well,
No,
there's your
not
answer.
once. But
I'm trying to find like
I could see Sonic drinking
information
matcha.
on like if the pizza, like what the kind of pizza it'll be, whatever. But there's no description of anything related to the actual pizza itself. Oh my god, guys, I just had the best idea. This guy's name is, what's his name? Andy, I think. I'm not sure, but whatever. The guy that's opening this fucking restaurant. We should get him on the show. Halfway through the show, we will tell
Holy
him
fuck.
who he's talking to. And it will blow that dude's mind. It will be such an interesting moment of the past meets the present.
Doubt he even
I'll
knows
bet.
it.
I'll bet you.
Imagine
bet
if he
you.
knew who you. Oh, hey, there's a pizza. There's a picture of the pizzas.
I'll bet you anything, Pat. He hires you to redo that commercial.
Dude, wait,
But now.
imagine if he recognizes Pat before Pat even says anything.
That
That
would
would
blow
be
my mind.
fucking insane.
That would blow my mind.
Dude,
Wouldn't
there's
happen.
a picture of the pizza.
No way
There's
it
a
would
picture of the
happen.
pizza. So the pizza looks very much like it's like New York pizza, big fucking slices. It has like, like dark brown pieces on the crust, like the bubbles.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at what looks to me to be just a very plain pizza with barely any cheese, and another one that looks like it's mushrooms and spinach.
Okay.
And I don't think any of the Ninja Turtles would eat mushroom spinach pizza. But
I think they would eat mushrooms and pepperoni.
Don't turtles love spinach?
But do Ninja Turtles love spinach?
I mean, they need some iron, right? Maybe.
I mean, you would think so, right? Like, what kind of turtles live off of that much protein?
dude, someone in the comments literally wrote this comment. I'm not making this up because I can't make it up. I would never say something like this. I would die of cringing too hard. Shell yeah will definitely be at the grand opening.
Oh,
Hurdle emoji, pizza emoji, high fives, double fisting, high five emoji.
That's a choice that guy made.
That's a Michelangelo enjoyer.
Yeah.
He's got the Michelangelo personality.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's this guy, and I think his name is Andy. He's the CEO of Trill Burgers. He also did Sonic the Hedgehog, Speed Cafe, Hello Kitty Cafe Vegas, One
Let's
Piece
make sure this guy
Cafe.
is in the fucking PDF first, though.
He did One Piece Cafe official. Well, he's super young. Like, he looks
Okay.
like a young dude. I mean, young dudes can also
Dude, the Ninja
be
Turtles
creepers,
right now are
but...
bigger. The Ninja Turtles are bigger now than they've ever been ever.
So I'm looking up this other cafes here. I'm looking at his Sonic the Hedgehog installation. And it has like giant gold rings hanging from the ceiling. And like, I mean, the decorations are cool. I mean, it's just a fucking like, okay, here's the thing. Are you going to have a restaurant that just has Ninja Turtle decorations? Do you know what I mean? Or what are you going to do to make this feel like an actual full Ninja Turtle experience? Because when I'm looking at the Sonic Cafe here, what it looks like to me is a cafe that's decorated in Sonic decor.
Right.
But
okay, so I got two answers for you. One, my first answer is this. One, it is a tribute to Ninja Turtles all the way. Right, like you've got every era of Ninja Turtles somehow represented all throughout the place, almost like a Disney World level experience. The other thing you could do, of course, is create some sort of, like the sewer where they live, right?
Rick,
but you got foot soldiers in the distance.
I'm gonna put a link in the team chat. This is to a video of him sort of introducing himself.
Okay.
Now you tell me. Ninja Turtle pizzeria guy, and First of all, I'm not even sure he's old enough to have seen the Ninja Turtles VHS, to be quite honest with you. I
Right.
can't gauge people's ages. I'm fucking
I
terrible
can't
at
either. I'm terrible at it too.
it.
Okay,
But he
hold
does
on.
look young.
I'm gonna play this. Here, let me share it with you guys because then you guys can actually like hear what I'm doing. Okay,
All
so
right.
here we go.
I
So-
don't know if this is
this
intrusive
is
or
the
not,
guy.
but okay. Here we go.
I don't know why it's muted.
Day.
It
That thing
always
drives
starts
me
that way.
crazy.
So
I live by a
annoying.
completely different philosophy. It's new every day. I live by trying new experiences, new foods, going to new places, breaking up my routine. You know those moments when you feel stuck? Someone asks you how you're doing? Don't say same different day. Say new every day. Now I got a question for you.
Alright.
What's that one line that drives you insane? Make sure you put it in the comments here below. Thanks.
So this is the guy. This is the guy who's doing the
This
restaurant.
is the guy that's doing the restaurant.
All right. By the way, here's the. Nope, that's not what I thought it was. Never mind.
If you go backwards one video from that one, you'll see what the Sonic Cafe looked like inside.
Okay. Well, it won't.
It
let me-
it reminds me of like you know how when like you go to Great Adventure or whatever, you know how in Great Adventure like different parts of the park are differently themed, like where the Batman ride is, everything around it is like grays and silvers and very
Kiki.
Batman-esque. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
reminds me the Sonic Cafe here, it really reminds me of like it would be a cafe in a theme park that was next to a Sonic themed roller coaster or something.
Okay. All right.
Which, by the
Se-
way,
send me
has
another
anyone
direct
ever
link.
done that? Because a fucking Green Hill Zone roller coaster would be fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. By the way, here's the poster restoration I was telling you guys about. Watch the first thing she does.
Years ago, and this is one of the largest poster formats ever printed for it. Like most French grands, this poster arrived folded and was likely stored that way for decades. Our job today is to stabilize the piece on a linen backing, smoothing out the areas raised by the folds, and filling in missing pigment along those fold lines. We start with our standard process by using filtered
like a
water and a
poster,
mild
though.
detergent to relax and flatten the
Similar
paper
idea.
fibers. A brayer is then used to further smooth out and flatten the paper. We want to ensure good contact is made with the Mylar sheet, or it won't be safe to lift off the table. A reversible adhesive is applied to the back of the poster, and the piece is mounted to a stretch canvas frame lined with acid-free barrier paper.
Like, I think this is incredible.
Once it's dry, it moves into restoration, where our artists use a variety of materials to match the color, sheen, texture, and printing style as closely as possible. For this poster, we mostly used archival markers and colored pencils to restore the pigment loss along the fold lines. Before Spirited Away, this was Studio Ghibli's biggest box office success.
I'm sure this shit costs a lot.
This
Yeah, no
artwork was
shit.
created specifically for European audiences. Foreign Ghibli posters often feature alternate color grading or composition.
Yeah.
The film's city was inspired by several European towns, which makes the atmosphere of this French artwork feel right at home.
But yeah, it's a pretty impressive. But I think this is the type of thing, if not these guys directly, this is the type of thing like that it's doable. I mean, yours is cardboard, which is different, but I think it's a similar ballpark, so to speak.
I don't know. Maybe they would be able to like duplicate it first.
Maybe. And then like look at the end result. Like it's gorgeous. Like phenomenal work.
For those cardboard like I feel like there's someone in this world that has one of those. Like someone that, I don't know, maybe they worked at Pizza Hut or whatever. Like there's no way that you have the only one. There's no way. Like
Yeah.
I remember when my mother worked at a little convenience store that we all know in New Jersey when the Phantom Menace came out. And she would bring me home the fucking display boxes that the Star Wars Pez dispensers were resting on, and like just shit that like just random shit. Like there's no way that there is not one person that was a previous Pizza Hut worker that doesn't have a Pat cutout somewhere.
Right.
Someone
Somewhere.
has one.
Somewhere.
You
Maybe
think they
it's
would
in
be
an
trying to sell it or
attic.
something, though?
Well, or they just put it in an attic and forgot about it, and
You
they
know
just
what? You know what, man? The amount of like I consume a lot of media all day, obviously, and one thing that amazes me are the amount of people around this country who just have a fucking garage or a storage unit or a warehouse
a
just
warehouse
filled with preserved shit.
unpreserved.
Of videos that I have watched where somebody just opens a fucking like warehouse door and there's like 700 perfectly
Wait.
preserved arcade games from the 80s.
There's
in
gotta
there.
be somebody that has like a world record for like Pizza Hut memorabilia.
100%. 100%.
Oh,
there has to be a Pizza
definitely.
Hut. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. And then-
that's
and
probably
like-
what you have to
1000%.
find.
And then when they're doing a tour of their memorabilia room, and they're
Yeah,
like,
like,
now this right here, this is the
is-
rarest piece in my collection.
This is the cornerstone.
Oh yeah, and I'd sell it to them.
This is what holds it all together.
And then they pull you out of a closet, and you're all duct taped up.
Yeah.
In a Ziploc bag or something. Fuck.
So I wanted to pull up this lady here.
Oh, Pat. This video is
Oh, wait
something
a second,
else.
man. Hold on a minute. Everybody relax. Hold on a second. No. Hold on, y'all.
I think
It's all good.
I'm in a black hole.
Here we go. Now we're back. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this lady up here. And let me share this with you guys so you can hear it. All right. Here we go, Pat. Get ready for this one.
I was just eating like some baby bell cheese just now. Do you know what my daughter told me? She said that you're supposed to peel the red off the cheese. I've been eating this my whole life like this. I just thought it's part of the cheese because it has this wrapper and I peel it. And then you get the cheese. She said it's wax. I mean, it says nowhere to peel the wax. I don't know where you're supposed to peel it. I just take a bite and eat it. What do you mean you peel it?
But which way do you eat them? After this lady
What do you mean? Which way do you eat them?
Yeah, what are you
It's
talking
wax.
about? It's wax to me. It just... This person's going to vote.
What the fuck? Both of them, the guy who made the video and this lady vote. They're
Okay, well,
both-
let's be clear. The narrator is some AI, but like...
Bell's wrong her entire life. You won't believe how you're supposed to eat them.
I was just eating like some baby bell cheese just now. Do you know
Like,
what?
look, like there's a huge bite taken out of it already. She's like, look, I was just eating. She's gonna keep doing
She
it.
likes it.
My daughter told me. She said that you're supposed to peel the red off the cheese. I've been eating
that's
this my
bonkers.
whole life.
I don't know though. I saw a dude eating couch cushions the other day, so I don't know what to fucking think anymore, man. Dude, like people eat deodorant, people eat like all sorts of fucking weird, fucked up shit. Drywall, fucking
Yeah,
like what are y'all doing?
yeah.
You're
Well, this-
bored. You're that bored that you're just gonna eat fucking couch cushions all day long?
Well, like I saw a video recently where this guy was talking about. Listen, I don't remember exactly what he was cooking, but he was doing it live on TikTok or something. And it was the first time that he realized that he'd been doing it wrong. And he did it was something like he was like making ramen, but when the water would start to boil, he would just throw the whole bag into the fucking boiling water. So the bag around the ramen
Oh my
would
God.
melt And
What?
he's like, this is how my grandma did it. I've been doing this like this my whole life. And it's
What?
like, bro, do you have any idea how much plastic you've ingested?
Holy shit.
How did you go your whole fucking life?
My grandma. Why
I'll
was
be right
his
back.
grandma
Still
boiling
my
him
grandma used to
ramen
make it.
bags?
Oh
Like,
my
yeah, like, no,
God.
he says that like, dollar store ramen bags are like a
Why are you
grandma's,
throwing your grandma under the bus like that? Like, you should have
right?
just let that one slide.
I mean, that the cheese lady kind of did too, because she said she's been eating it like that since she was little, which means her parents fucking told her that's how you do it.
I mean, that would be the assumption that the whole family's just nuts.
Eating the whole thing. Why waste it?
You can eat wax
Definitely,
a
because
little
I
bit,
eat honeycomb. Well, I love to chew on the honeycomb. It's
but
so
not much.
delicious.
You're not supposed to eat you can't eat a lot of it.
You can eat a Baby Bell shell, apparently. And then she probably has like the red wax bits like all stuck in her teeth.
Oh god.
And then like imagine that, like you're talking to her and you're like, oh hey, you have something in your teeth. What is that? And she's like, oh, it's just the Baby Bell. And you notice it's red and you're like, but the cheese is white. And she's like, no, the outside. And you're like, girl, I gotta go
They
home.
asked somebody asked her what flavor cheese is that. She's like candles.
Yeah.
Getting the cheese right.
Tastes like candle. I don't know. They're pretty good though.
Like, I mean, when
Dummy.
you were young, did you chew on like those wax lips or like remember the little wax bottles with the juice inside? Like, did you ever chew on the wax?
Yeah, but it didn't eat it.
Well, my point is just that it is a satisfying chew.
Listen to me. Her not biting into the cheese rind of a baby blue and chewing it means
Baby
that
Bell.
the cheese.
Baby Bell.
It means that the cheese and the wax outside are all like homogenizing together in her chewing. So she's not getting the satisfy. I mean, maybe she's getting the glory of the cheese with the satisfaction of a wax chew.
I don't like any of this.
No, it's all disgusting.
All of this is just making me uncomfortable about humanity anymore.
Dude, well, here's the real truth, okay? She is one of so many people out there that eat the Baby Bell wax.
I bet you she thinks fucking chocolate milk is from brown cows. She's one of those people.
Dude, I haven't heard that in a long, long time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an actual thing. People actually think this.
It's just the perplexed look on her face that really stuns me. Like, and then she bites it again. She's like,
that's
I've
the
always
part
done it
that
this
got
way.
me. Is that at first it was just like, holy shit, I had no idea, and it's like, okay, now you know. And then she bites it when she bites it at the end, I'm like, oh.
You know what I think it is? Now that she's got an addiction to it, probably, and she's trying to make it like, oh, I didn't know, but and you're still doing it.
Yeah,
now that you know, you're still doing it.
Yeah.
So that's
like,
why I
lady,
think there's something else going on there. Like, what the fuck is that?
Like, lady, do me a favor. Take the wax rind off.
But maybe that's her favorite part.
I just wanted her to try the cheese without it.
That's like somebody's like, oh, they've been spitting in my sandwich all these years.
I love that her daughter.
now that I know,
I love that her daughter knew not to eat the wax, and like she didn't grow up seeing her mom eat the wax and thinking that was the right way. Her daughter's an independent thinker.
Well, I imagine that she probably put those little cheeses probably in her daughter's lunch when she went to school every day, and her daughter's just sitting there like a
and they'll have a bite taken out of them.
Yeah.
She got ridiculed one day for eating the outside.
Yeah, one of her classmates was like, "The fuck are you doing?"
She's like, "But this is how my mom eats it."
Oh my
like,
god!
Oh,
Imagine that! Imagine that!
Your mom's a savage.
Dude, you know how embarrassing it would be if you went to elementary school lunch with some weird habit that your family taught you that was utterly fucking wrong.
Yeah,
like, you know how destroyed you would be if you were in the lunchroom and you ate a Baby Bell like that?
Yeah, it's got real water boy energy.
It reminds me of that one kid that was like something like they put a cork in his butt.
They who?
Who's they?
His parents.
Why?
So the devil couldn't butt fuck him or something like that, and he just like walked around school like that.
I'm so like this.
feel
And then, like,
There's so many weird ways that this.
Or like it was like a butt plug.
Excuse me,
it was
but,
like
but
a butt
can't-
plug.
I feel like
what
the
the fuck does
corking.
that have to do with eating the wax
Yeah,
off the
I feel
cheese
like-
in your lunchroom?
We
The
derailed from that.
corking-
Now we're talking about weird habits that parents bring. But this kid went to
Okay,
school
all right,
and his butt
well,
plug fell out,
Listen,
and
guys,
then he
Oh,
found
man.
out that this wasn't normal.
no, it's not normal.
And
And-
like, because everybody was like, "No, what the fuck you talking about? Our parents don't make us do that."
And
And
he
so
like pulls it out of his
that's
butt.
how he
It's like-
found out that this wasn't normal. That his parent was a fucking schizo,
Sure, yeah,
and seeing the devil and shit like that.
right.
You know, like.
And he pulls this fucking glass butt plug out with like a rose in the middle of it, and he's like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah, that was
I
like
wear
a,
this all the time."
that was like a real story that happened.
That's
like
horrible.
I don't remember how long ago I read that or whatever that happened, but it was like years ago. I heard about this.
Imagine you're a parent thinking you're doing the right thing. I got to keep the devil out of my kid's ass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, I mean, it
How
doesn't
the
help
fuck did
that
we
like
get here?
parents are being told that like, or the teachers
Or
are
that's an
telling your
excuse
kids
for, like,
gay.
It's like
Which
an
is like-
excuse for
Yeah.
child molestation or something. I don't know, or punishment. That's a weird fucking punishment.
All right. Well, if there's any type of segue into this, maybe this is it because I can't think of another one. Do you think that there's a base level when it comes to the chances of someone shitting their pants?
A base level.
Okay. All right.
See, we had a conversation
Okay.
about this the other night where
Okay.
it was like who has a better chance?
No, I will
of
tell you
shitting their
the
pants?
exact.
Oh, no. I want you to be real careful with those details.
do you
Okay,
mean?
you're real careful with the details on
I
this.
will say exactly what happened. I'm not embarrassed. I will flat out tell you. I had to pee. Rick had to pee. He was walking towards the bathroom, and I like basically ran in front of him. I mean, I can't run, but I walked as fast as I could to get to the bathroom first. And I said I had dibs. He said, "Why do you have dibs?" I said, "Because I called it first. I said I had to pee before you said you had to pee." But then I came out of the bathroom and I said, the other good reason is that I'm way more likely to pee my pants than you are, but you're way more likely to shit your pants than I am. And that's definitely true. Like, if I know I have to
Yeah,
pee,
so
I
I
have
have an
to
argument for
pee
this.
the second I know I have to pee. Like, I cannot sit around and hold it in forever. I have to pee. And that is not a problem because the bathroom is quite close. So I'm fine. But if he runs in there first, it is horrible for me to hold it in. Like, so I imagine if both of us were forced to hold it in, I'd probably the weaker of the two. But that is the reverse in the other direction, okay? And like you can see the look of Rick's face. He knows it's true too. He is
I'm
more
not saying that I
likely
know
to
it's
shit his
true.
pants
Not
than
saying,
me.
No, I'm not.
In
I'm
a
not more
holding-
likely. There is no more likeliness because here's the thing, right?
In a
Because
holding
every
situation,
single
Rick is
single
the
adult,
first shitter in the
every
room.
adult who doesn't shit themselves because of a shitting related issue, okay, or issue.
Wait. So wait, Pat. So this is the point of what he's bringing up, okay? Is I told him that he
Sounds
was
like
more
one of y'all
likely-
shit themselves and you're beating around the bush.
No, but this was the point of the argument that
It's
we
more
then had.
philosophical than that.
Because I had said, "Oh, I'm more likely to pee myself than you, but you're more likely to shit yourself than me." And he said, "I'm not more likely to shit myself. I just don't do it." And I said,
Right, there's a
"Everybody
base level.
everyone in this entire world
Right.
is,
She
is
thinks there's a
both
hierarchy.
both more likely to shit themselves than someone else, and less
Incorrect.
likely to shit themselves than another person."
Incorrect.
You are
There is
never
a base. Listen,
stop it.
listen
You're
to me.
statistically, it's almost impossible that you're the number
No, it's
one
not
least
statistically.
likely
It's
person
not
on the
statistically.
planet to shit
It's not
themselves.
statistically because there's a base level of
There's
people
no base level.
who will not shit themselves because they're all built the same and that doesn't happen. There's no
Nope.
group of people
Nope.
who have perfect shitting abilities where one's more likely
Nope.
than the other. They're
No.
all
What?
equally as
Wrong.
likely.
There will always be a situation.
There will never be
Yep,
any
you're
people who without ass issues who is one is
Wrong.
more likely to shit themselves than the
Wrong.
other.
There
Not
will
wrong.
always
Not
be
wrong.
at least one situation where the least
Negatory.
shitting person will shit themselves. Whether it's that they
Well,
got
then
sick.
that implies
or they-
that there's a situation where everyone could shit
Yes!
themselves.
And there
Well,
you
then
go.
that,
You got
then
it.
it's still the
That's
great
my
equalizer.
argument.
They're
That's
still
my
all
argument.
equal then. It's still
Nope.
all equal.
Nope.
No, I am not more likely to shit myself than the next person who is also perfectly able-bodied without some ass problem.
Listen, I disagree. Everyone is
It
either more or
doesn't matter.
less likely
I'm
than someone
not
else.
more likely to
No,
shit myself than anyone.
Wrong. I'm more or less likely than Pat. Pat's more or less likely than you. You're
No,
more or
no,
less likely than
wrong,
someone else.
wrong. None
That
of
is
us are
just the
more or
way it
less
is.
likely. We're all equally as likely.
Disagreed, Pat.
There's an equal
Pat, we're gonna
likeliness
need
of
you to-
shitting.
Pat, we're gonna need you to chime in.
I mean, I think if you've shit yourself in the past from like a fart or something, you're
I don't even
definitely
think that
more
matters.
you're definitely more likely to shit yourself than somebody else.
I don't even think that's. I don't think that changes it at to
But
I
here's
think
the thing.
I think it does. I think
Pat,
it
but-
makes you unaware of what your
But-
body's doing.
But Pat,
It's
what
just-
I need you to answer is, do you believe, like me, that every person on the planet is more or less likely than someone else?
No,
And
no,
that
because
statistically,
that
no, let me
implies
fucking finish.
It
But
would-
but stop it. Let me
I
finish.
mean, it would have to
and
be.
that it's statistically
no, wrong.
impossible that you are the 1 in 6 billion who's the very least
8
likely
billion.
of them all. Or do you believe, like Rick, that, oh, well, if you don't shit yourself, you're all equal and no one's
no,
more or
no.
less likely than anyone
because
else?
it implies that out of all 8 billion people on this planet right now, there's one person who's the
Yeah.
most likely, which
There's
might be possible.
definitely someone at the top of the list.
Listen, there are people
Somebody
with a
shit
greater
themselves right
likelihood.
now.
There's people with a greater likelihood due
There's
to
people
certain
listening to
conditions.
this and shitting themselves.
Right, but if they've got a condition that makes them shit themselves, it's not the same as
Then they're
people
at the
without a
bottom of the
condition.
list.
If you've got no conditions, you're you're not more or
No.
less likely to shit yourself
Nope.
than everybody
I disagree.
else in your category.
I think it's
Disagree.
conditional. I think that yes, everybody is on different levels, but for different reasons.
Fine.
Like your health
So then
reasons.
But my
does every
point,
level
but,
have
but
its
you
own
don't believe, but
hierarchy?
you don't believe that there's a huge equal amount of people.
Here's what I will tell you.
Nah,
there
probably
is
not.
no person on earth who's the least likely to shit themselves.
No, but compared to the other people on Earth, there has to be.
If
There
there is-
fucking has to be.
If there's no one who's least likely, then the hierarchy breaks somewhere.
No,
And
there
it's
will
just a flat
always be
line.
someone least likely.
No, there's no one least likely to
Sorry.
shit their pants.
You're wrong. There's someone least likely to do anything you can imagine. That's a real thing that can exist.
Yes,
Unlike,
I suppose
not
if enough
flying.
time plays out, you can look back in hindsight and go, as it turns out, this
Ah.
person was least likely because they did it the least. But that doesn't mean that they ever had a bigger or less chance than anybody else who's in the same condition as they are physically.
Wrong.
Not wrong.
Wrong as fuck.
Is anybody really in the same physical condition though?
Nope.
Not to a degree where one person is the least less likely to shit themselves out of 8 billion.
There's so many things that play an important role here. What is the strength of the sphincter muscle?
Doesn't
Are
matter.
they as aware of their body as like Pat said before? People that are unaware of what's happening in their body. There's
There's
so
no one on
many.
Earth.
There's so many variables that
Diet.
there's no equal amount of people that aren't gonna do it in any circumstance that exists on Earth.
No one on Earth is the least likely one person to shit themselves on Earth.
Well,
And as long as
you don't know
that's
how
true-
hierarchies work then, because
as long as
there
that's
is.
true. I don't think this is accurate.
Yeah, well, you're wrong. You're wrong.
You like this image I pulled together for this?
It's nice. I definitely I mean mathematically it has to be
Yeah,
one
that's what I'm
person at the
saying.
top, one at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Exactly,
I-
and
I
that's why
th-
we're
I think
talking.
you would
Me and
both.
Pat here are talking math.
I think if you put the person least likely to shit themselves in a room with everybody, you'd be pretty disappointed in the results.
No, there'd always be a first,
That
and
person-
there'd
I
always
hope-
be a last.
I hope nobody shits themselves around me. That's all.
Yeah, and the person who's least likely to shit themselves, do you think they're actually going to shit themselves last?
Yes.
No, I doubt it. Because guess what? It's a bullshit statistic. There's a millions of other people equally as likely to shit themselves with that person. There is a baseline. Maybe they are the baseline, but there is a baseline with a lot of people on it, not just one guy.
Well, you can just eliminate the room and count the whole planet.
Yeah.
You know, and there's got to definitely be one, right?
No, I don't think there. Look. I think there's somebody who's most likely to shit themselves due to a lot of reasons, but the least likely to shit yourselves a lot of people who are tied. They're tied.
They're all tied
for first or last. I'm not sure which is the better one in this.
I wonder if anybody exists that's just shitting constantly.
Of course there are.
Of course there are. Yeah, like a
little bit, like just leaking a little bit all the time.
Eat and shit perpetually. Sure. I mean, it sounds great, right? You just eat whatever you want. It shits right out. You just keep going.
I mean, that means you got to eat in the bathroom, though, and be smelling shit while you eat. Unless you're wearing a fucking
diaper like this guy.
Like a smell-proof diaper.
I mean, this guy right here, this guy's, you know, it's not where you want to end up.
That guy's fucking jet-powered. He's got a rocket in his ass.
This guy's been wearing the same diaper for too many months.
Diaper needs a diaper.
All right, let's see. What other pictures I got in this folder here for today? Oh, this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame list of nominees this year. I don't know if anybody speaks to anybody here on this list. Personally, I could see Phil Collins getting in there. Absolutely. I mean, the fact that Phil Collins isn't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is pretty fucking nuts to me.
All I ever hear is people complaining, why are rap people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
So dumb. Are you kidding me? The Wu-Tang Clan is on this list where they absolutely should be.
I think the only rap group in there is Run DMC or something. Just because or Beastie Boys, maybe.
No. Well, it's changed since then. LL Cool J is in now because Eminem was the one who inducted him. And it was pretty.
I mean, if anybody should be in there, Eminem should probably be in there by now.
Yeah, I think he is in there. I mean, obviously the dude is like the best. But recently, Sarah and I watched this thing where it was The Cure being inducted by Trent Reznor, and I really loved it. I really thought it was good. I think there's a part of me deep inside that thinks the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is kind of bullshit, but at the same time,
a little bit, yeah.
When you see a group like The Cure, who are like timelessly motherfucking probably one of the best bands of all time, and you see them being fully celebrated by their peers and the industry that surrounds them, I think that's really worth something positive. Like I really loved that. And yeah, so it kind of just made me think of it differently. I see Shakira on this list, and it only now makes me realize how long Shakira has actually been a thing. Pink is on this list. New Edition, dude. I was a huge New Edition fan. Are you kidding me? New Edition. That's Belle Biv DeVoe and Bobby Brown together. That's the shit right there. Joy Division, 1000%. Of course, I didn't realize Joy Division and New Order were the same band, and I feel kind of like.
Hey, what's the criteria for getting in there?
Great question. I'm not sure. I think there's a bunch of different metrics like impact on music, number of albums sold, shit like that. Because you look at this list and you think about the different impact, like how different of an impact on music did Melissa Etheridge have rather than like INXS or Billy Idol or Lauryn Hill or Iron Maiden. Like to me, I look at this list and I go, this is a real comprehensive list of musicians that really made a mark. Oasis 1000% belongs in there. Luther Vandross 1000% belongs in there. Iron Maiden 1000% belongs in there.
Oasis?
Yeah, a million billion percent Oasis.
What do they do besides like Wonderwall?
Oasis has a list of like 12 number one hits, and not to mention 2 diamond albums, I think, and 1 platinum. They had a massive impact on music at that time.
Huh.
Sade. See, I think Sade is actually less impactful than Oasis.
What?
Yeah.
Are you insane? Dude,
Yeah.
people still listen to her. Not a lot of people still listen to fucking Oasis. I think that maybe you think
Oasis
that
is
because
still on tour.
Oasis was never-endingly on the radio, but it was because it was the radio that like Sade
I'm not
crosses...
hating on Sade. I want to be real clear on that. I
No,
like
I'm
Sade.
just saying that it's super wrong to say that they were bigger than she is. She's like one of the most gigantic
bigger impact.
fucking... Not even close. No fucking way.
Who, in your opinion, in both of your opinions, when you look at this list, which group? Let's say you had to narrow it down to 3. Let's be fair because it's very different genres. Which 3 groups or people on this list do you think are the most impactful when it comes to music in general?
I can't see it very well because... Here, 1 minute. Okay, so I would pick Billy Idol.
Sure, that's a good one.
I would probably pick Billy Idol, Sade, and Luther Vandross as most influential. Like those were probably the longest lasting. Like they weren't. I mean, I don't even know. Maybe you can argue that this is true for Billy Idol, but like a lot of these people, like Black Crowes, for example, or Mariah Carey, for example,
Yeah.
they were big within a very specific bubble of music, whereas other musicians here absolutely
Transcended.
very much transcended that bubble and just became sort of like for example, Phil Collins. Like Phil Collins is not any
I'll be right
particular
back.
genre. He's
Sure.
just one of those musicians that everybody knows. And I think those are the ones that
Everybody
you look
loves
at.
Phil Collins.
I
Phil
don't.
Collins, yeah. Phil Collins' reach in terms of his influence is all over the map.
And I feel the same way about Luther Vandross. I mean,
So, totally,
like it doesn't matter what
100%,
type
yeah.
of music you like. Everybody knows the fucking Luther Vandross song.
Well, I would say the Wu-Tang Clan probably really belongs there. You know, Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, not
So
just
here's
rap
the thing.
fans, but the
Yeah,
number of punk
but-
and metal fans I knew growing up who were influenced and loved the Wu-Tang Clan too. Like they were out. The people who loved them were outside their genre, and I think that's a big deal.
I get, yeah, like yes, it's a big deal. I just I don't know. I mean, I guess they're all being inducted, right? So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this works. I don't know if like certain people are voted off this on this list, or if all of them are being inducted. I'm not sure how that works. But I would say New Edition probably had a massive impact, you know, at the time. Joy Division and New Order, without question, are some of the most. I mean, that's 2 of the most important pieces of music ever. Billy Idol. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to look at this list and say that not everybody belongs here to some extent.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
only a
know
little bit
what the
surprised to see
fucking-
Pink on here because I feel like Pink. I mean, I guess she's been around for a long time, but I feel like she's not been around long enough. Almost the same thing. I feel the same way about Shakira. The 2 of them.
you can
almost
say the
feel like
same
they're
thing about
too
the
young.
fucking Black Crowes, can't
No,
you?
Black
I don't
Crowes
know
been
how
around
long.
since the 80s.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I was confusing that with some other fucking band.
They did that song. Hey, little baby, let me light your candle, 'cause mama, I'm so hard to handle now.
I think that for pretty much my entire life, I thought that was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No, it's the Black Crowes. But
You got to admit,
you
got to
Yeah,
admit,
it does sound like
you
that.
can
Yeah.
absolutely
Absolutely.
imagine.
Yeah, it
that they
totally
were the
sounds like
ones-
Anthony Kiedis. It's 1,000%. You're totally right, dude.
Yeah, it never dawned on me ever that was someone else.
I wish my mom was watching because when I was a kid, I used to do that line. It used to make her laugh all the time. When I was a kid, I used to go, "Hey, pretty mama, let me light your candle, 'cause mama, I'm so hard to handle now." And I used to do it when I was a kid. She used to laugh her ass off when I did it. But yeah, totally, absolutely, Mariah Carey belongs in there too. I don't know why anybody would even argue that.
I mean,
Even if you don't like her, the impact that she's had on that kind of music is indisputable. I don't think anybody in here can be disputed. And I even think I take back now what I said about Sade and Oasis. I just think that both of them are hugely influential. And to me, that's what's important. It's how big of an impact did you have? How influential are you? Are you only serving only your supposed record company based fan base, or do you go outside that? And again, that's why people like Phil Collins and Wu-Tang Clan stand out to me so much, is because I didn't know a metal fan who didn't like the Wu-Tang Clan. So,
You ever see the clip of Mariah Carey and the dolphin? She like hits like one of those really high pitched fucking notes that only dolphins can make.
oh man,
And it freaks out, and it gets all happy, and it's like goes to the trainer like, "Did you see that shit?"
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, we got 8 minutes left of the show. I'll change pictures. Let's see here. The original version of Clerks ended with one of the main characters getting murdered. I don't know if you guys are Clerks fans. I'm not sure.
What the main dude, right? The guy
I'm
behind
not sure.
guy behind the counter,
That would make the most sense if they killed Dante.
or the friend, because I think the friend was in something else. One of Mallrats. The other guy showed up as like a second, I think, in that movie.
Yes.
But
No, it was what the fuck was it?
it was the friend of the guy behind the counter, because the guy behind the counter showed
Yeah,
up
yeah.
later in a different movie.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'm
You're talking
guessing
about
it was
Randall.
probably the other one. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel that there like are a couple people that or cartoon
I'm
character or whatever.
listening. I'm sorry.
I see characters in movies or shows or whatever, and sometimes there are some that just I am like, man, that person is just like me. And I have always felt that way about Randall. Every time he talks, everything he says is exactly what I would be thinking at that moment. I feel so much synchronicity with that character.
He was a decent character. I never saw
And it's-
Clerks 2.
You know, I feel like I've seen it, but I have like no memory of it at all. It wasn't like one of those like I like Clerks, but I think we both know people from New Jersey that are like obsessed with Clerks. I was never one of those people where I was like completely fucking obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good movie.
Yeah, it was a decent movie. It's funny.
But I never really had much of an interest in seeing the second one. I just saw it by chance. I think Rick is probably the biggest Clerks fan out of the three of us, I imagine.
Yeah, after Mallrats, it's kind of hard going back to like Clerks.
I've never seen Mallrats.
Really? That's like a cult classic probably by now.
I know every single person I've ever known loves it, or at least has definitely seen it, but
Of a certain,
seen it.
like kids nowadays probably don't understand the movie as much because they don't.
Which
they never
movie?
grew up in
I've
the
never
mall era.
seen Mallrats.
Oh, really? Wow.
Really?
Yeah, that movie is a classic. And it's done it's done in a way that only a director from New Jersey could do at the time. You know, it's also very 90s in its nature.
Wasn't it like a student film?
No, that you're talking about the first Clerks movie.
Yeah, I
which
mean,
was
yeah,
shot in
yeah.
black
I'm
and white.
sorry. Yeah, I meant to say. My brain
the
is still on
first-
Clerks.
The first Clerks movie was very low budget. I think he had a budget of $30,000, and he maxed out every single credit card he had to make it, hoping it would work. And then he won like a gazillion awards at Sundance for it, and that's why it blew up. And now he has a career. You know, he really took a chance at that. Kevin Smith is one of my dream guests for this show, by the way, and I've reached out to him several times. I even sent him the newspaper clipping I was in, where I was promoting. I was part of a live action comic strip, and I was promoting his comic shop, and I can't seem to get the dude's attention. So, but I'm gonna keep trying as the years continue to pass by here.
He
Yeah,
used
he's
to
just
live.
gonna
Great.
be like.
He used to live like 5 minutes from me.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know if he's
Yeah.
still there though.
Yeah, these guys are real New Jersey. You know, I always tell people who are not from New Jersey, if you want to know what New Jersey's really like, watch the first 2 Clerks movies. It's pretty fucking accurate. I think it's more accurate than most things. Even though those movies came out in the 90s, it's still accurate in terms of capturing the attitude of New Jersey. And the first Harold and Kumar movie, the White Castle. That movie is New Jersey to its fucking core. And again, could only be done with people from New Jersey, which Kumar is.
Yeah. They don't really showcase much in New Jersey though, in that movie.
Well, they're in New Jersey in that
movie,
like
they're in New Jersey, but it's not like they really go to a lot of spots that you're like, oh, I know that spot.
Here's how they do it. They showcase. Can you mute? I'm in this feedback loop that's killing me, dude. Sorry. The way they do it in Harold and Kumar is they do it through the characters you meet. The characters you meet in Harold and Kumar are all different kinds of people from New Jersey. And I always felt like that was how they did it. Because they go to is it Rutgers? They go to Rutgers in that movie, I think. They go to New Brunswick in that movie. Like they're like all over the fucking place in New Jersey in that movie. But you really see it in the characters, like when Kumar goes out in the woods to take a piss, and he's out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and this dude in a suit just comes out of the trees and just sidles right up next to him and starts pissing right next to him. I was like, only here would that happen in this way. Like the way that it's happening in this movie. The way the cops are portrayed are very New Jersey.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know? Okay, I guess this isn't that important. This is I just pulled up a picture. This is Wes Borland, who's the guitar player for Limp Bizkit, but him and Danny Elfman are doing a musical project together, which I thought was very interesting. Wes Borland, it doesn't matter how you feel about Limp Bizkit, Wes Borland is an incredible guitar player.
Danny Elfman's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT, right? And you know, when you put them together, you know, if you listen to some of Wes Borland's other music that's not with Limp Bizkit, you know, it's all over the map. Really interesting stuff. So that'll be cool. And then sticking with music, which was not intentional tonight. 94-year-old William Shatner, who, by the way, I exchanged tweets with once, is going to be doing a black metal album featuring Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, and Iron Maiden covers.
Weird.
Okay.
It will not be his first metal album. He did do an album with Henry Rollins once.
Wonder how much he paid for that.
Well, William Shatner's a big metalhead, so.
Sure.
You know?
A lot of people are metalheads, but.
Yeah. Well, you should listen to the piece, the thing he did with Henry Rollins. It's pretty awesome. But I asked William Shatner to be on Awesome Talk once. And he did tweet back to me, but he couldn't agree to do it.
Of course not.
But it was still cool to get an answer directly from him. That was so cool, dude.
He probably thinks we would talk about Star Trek.
I wouldn't even do that, man.
I wouldn't even care. I never even watched Star Trek.
I wouldn't even do that.
He'd probably appreciate that. He'd be like, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I think some people who come to this show do appreciate that, where it's like, okay, we're not going to focus on the same list of questions that every podcaster asks you. Let's talk about something different.
No, we want to know what your baseline for shitting yourself is.
Yeah, right. Like, what's the baseline? You know what I mean? Like, like, where do you think you land on the 8 billion people? What's your likelihood?
Shitting yourself spectrum. Holy shit.
Wait, what? We just said that. Sarah's the other room. She's like, we'd ask him where he'd land on the likelihood of shitting himself. I was like, yeah, that's what we just said. I feel like he would think that's funny.
Probably.
Like, William Shatner is hilarious.
He seems like a decent guy, I guess. I never heard anything good or bad about him, really.
Yeah, the only thing I ever heard about William Shatner is people always seem to love the dude.
Yeah, he seems all right. Whatever.
I mean, I mean, he's 94 now. I mean, when was the last time we
He doesn't
saw
look
him?
94.
I mean, yeah, when was his picture taken? I don't know.
Well, that's true.
But it's hard to say. I mean, people stay younger longer now. I mean, look at fucking what's Dick Van Dyke is still alive. He's 99 years old.
Yeah, my dad
Listen to
didn't
that.
look 92 until he did.
I mean, listen to that fucking dude. Dick Van Dyke is just like, he's still fucking partying, man.
Yeah.
But William Shatner says, I can't remember the last time I saw him make a public appearance. And sometimes these guys, when they disappear for like 10 years, all of a sudden they come out and they're, you know, a lot older than you remember them. But I don't know. Fuck old age, dude. What a waste of time. Like,
I mean,
rejuvenate this guy.
He might even think we're making fun of him with asking him about the shit thing because his name has Shat in it.
Right. Yeah. So we'd have to pick and choose our battles on that one.
He might not like that one. I don't know.
But old age is such a fucking, such a nuisance, man. Like, rejuvenate this guy. Make him 25 again, man. That's my fucking thing. That's what I want humans to do. That's an achievement. Restore the human body to its peak form and keep it there. Fix the radiation poisoning. Figure it out. Stop with all the religious nonsense.
Right.
You're killing us. You're killing us with this shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
Lots of people are dying right now. Every
All right,
fucking day.
I think we're shutting it down for the evening.
Probably good.
We're past 11:30.
It's probably a good idea. Start ranting about shit.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're good to go. All right, listen, folks. Folks with an L. We're going to pass.
Folks with an L.
Folks, we're going to get out of here.
Not with an R.
And, the fuck is going on? And, yeah. We'll see you next Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Follow us. Subscribe. All that stuff helps us, man. Do it. I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys. You guys are muted. Sarah, you're muted. You're good to go. We're good to go. And we'll see y'all next week. From my what? No, I can't come back. Yeah, so as soon as you guys don't see me anymore, you can talk. So bye, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Awesome, talk awesome, it's awesome, talk 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 awesome, talk.
Thank you.